How are you?
Oh, I am trying.
I see that. I see that.
If this is your first time on this channel, my YouTube channel name is it's_Kisaka. So pleased to have you on this channel. If you have not subscribed, kindly do me a favor by subscribing, liking this video, sharing it out, and also remember to leave your sweet comments. To my returning subscribers, thank you. I appreciate for always taking a time to come back and watch my videos. And big up to all my Caribbean family, fans, and friends, especially my fans from Jamaica. Guys, look at this video. The old lady is interacting with Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and he has been left in shock with the old lady explaining her troubles to Andrew Holness. And also in the video, it has been come out clearly that Jamaicans are really caring about the elderly. Also, you know, the Jamaican population is turning out to be a lot of people are being aged, while fewer births are being registered. I really watch this video till the end. Also, you know, the elderly don't, their social class is not the same as we. You know, they can't get up and interact with one another. And it's so nice. This is one of the best videos of Andrew Holness interacting, taking his time to listen to the old lady.
I am 93 years of age.
93.
94. Next month, I'm
Wow.
95. Yes. I'm an old pensioner. Yeah, my husband.
So you come here to pick up your pension.
Yes.
So how did you get here? You took the bus?
I boarded a taxi.
A taxi?
And somebody kind of paid for me.
Paid for you?
Yes.
That's good. Can
Yes.
you imagine that?
Yes.
Yeah, she boarded a taxi and somebody paid for her.
Yes.
That just speaks to the Jamaican spirit.
Yes. I said, Mommy, don't you pay. I'll pay for you.
Oh.
And I said, oh God, bless you. We're here for the day. Yes. And I heard. Yes.
What did you do? What was your profession before you
I
retired?
used to work on the bus.
You used to work on the bus?
Yes.
So you know JOS days?
To and fro. Yes, sir. I used to do that and take care of my mommy and so 7 of us and all of them gone and leave me alone. Yes.
But God has blessed you with long life.
He do. I go all abroad and preach.
You preach
Tell
abroad?
them about God's
Yes.
goodness. Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh, this is lovely.
Yeah, I'm here. Yes. Greetings to you all. Yes, and enjoy the day with
Thank you.
Prime Minister.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
We know the challenges that our pensioners face. The pension is never enough.
It's true.
The inflation
Yeah.
moves much more quickly than how we can increase the pension.
And everybody getting older. And
Yes,
money
there
have to share.
yes, there are more people becoming
Yeah.
pensioners than because the society is slowly aging.
Yeah.
But we do have a plan to treat with the pensioners. And what we have done, first thing we have done is to put in something called a social pension. So if you were not an NIS contributor, whilst you were in your working years and you are 75 years old or older, then we do give a small grant, I believe it is monthly, to support your household and yourself.
My whole house is into a condition. The was it what the storm?
The hurricane that
Oh
passed.
yeah, blows the top down inside.
Really?
Yeah.
No, we have to take a look at that and assist you.
Once repaired.
It needs repairing. Well, I'm going to commit to have it looked at and to see how best we can repair it for you. I'm going to ask somebody to take your details.
Yes, Prime Minister, thank you. Sometimes when the rain falls, I have to walk up and down in the water to set pans and to catch water. And these 10 girls here,
They're still strong?
sometimes they can't even stir my pot. I have to turn off the stove quickly. hold them up, before I can finish cook my little food to eat, But I learned to satisfy. But my first one party one fixing.
I'm definitely going to look at it for you.
Yes, thank
All right,
you.
I'll definitely look at it for you.
Yes, Prime Minister.
So how are you going to get back home?
Oh, there is a lady work here, and she take me back to the bus
Stop.
stop.
Okay.
I take the car and go to town because my vehicle don't run down here.
Well, what we could do, we're going to make sure we get somebody to take you right back. We'll make sure you get back home safely today.
Yes, so I go to town, and if I want any little thing to buy, I find another lady put me on my taxi, and it takes me home. Sometimes they say, Grandma, you ready? I say, I soon come. But my kids want me to help a little, yeah. Sometimes I alone at home because everybody passed and gone, and I alone is left. So next month is December, the 29th
of
of
December.
December.
You will be 94.
1929. I will be 95
95.
years of age. Yes, and they say I only have pressure and heart. Sometimes I walk down the road and I can't come up back. I have to find another level road.
A level road to walk on.
Great Prime Minister, nice talking.
Oh, no.
With you
No.
all.
My pleasure,
Yes.
my pleasure.
Because I said I'm not leading, I have to know my Prime Minister. Yes.
So definitely, I mean, if I have to do it for myself, I'll get the house prepared for you.
Oh, yes,
All right,
Prime
and very quickly too. And if if we could find somebody to take her back home, you're planning to go to the market today?
Yes, Prime Minister.
You're going to the market?
On Saturday, I just can't take it. I can't take
We'll take care of it for you today. We'll get somebody to take you down and ensure you
Yeah,
get to your
go
market
by.
and go home.
I go by my mother's.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a tenant there and they don't treat me good. I have to go up to the station before I can get my
Your rent.
yes.
Mm.
Tell me all kind of words. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Grandma. We're gonna look about your house for you.
Thank you.
All right.
My home is at. My home is at.
Don't tell us your address yet. I'm gonna have somebody take the information from
Yeah,
you.
yes, Prime Minister.
Yeah,
Thank you. for
she's right here waiting.
correction. Yes.
Yes, to take your information.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yes,
And
thank
what's your
you.
name? You didn't tell me your name.
My name is Ethel
Ethel.
Escoffrey. That's my father's
Ethel Escoffrey.
name. But the
Your married name.
my name is Bethune.
Ah, so do you use both names, Escoffrey Bethune, or you just say Beth?
No.
You use both names.
Both of them.
Okay, so it's Ethel
Yes.
Escoffrey Bethune.
Because sometimes when they pass, you hear them say, Grandma Escoffrey, hear me, she's here. And sometimes you hear them say, Miss Bethune, here we come bother without her. Oh, now they Escoffrey. That's my father's
That's your
name.
father's name.
But my pension is in Bethune.
Bethune.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
I'd love to sit down with you and just get a sense of what Jamaica was like in your time growing up.
Nice. And now what I notice, sometime now and then, a little package will come from me.
Mhm.
Yeah. And they say, to your Prime Minister.
Ah,
I
yes.
say, thanks. Some promise me they don't.
Mhm.
But I'm here. Sometimes I say, what would have I done? The boy said, oh no, you do. You do a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah. Them say, girl, how you take this life? I said, I have to enjoy. There is no other way. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. There's so much around me. Yes. I said one day, when I come to the door and they said, Prime Minister come in your room, said, I have to know my Prime Minister. But sitting waiting on the lady over there, I get to see my Prime Minister.
All right, we're going to make sure
Thank you.
we take care of you
Yes,
and take
thank
care
you.
of the house for you.
Yes,
All right?
What a conversation between the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the old granny, the 94-year-old granny. You know, getting to such an age, it is just by the grace of God. There are very few people even getting to 70 years. It's a problem with the current diseases and so forth. So it has been evident that Andrew Holness has listened to her, and also one thing that has come out of this interview is the Jamaican spirit of assisting one another. You find that the old lady, she gets into contact with some people who offers to pay for her fare, and also the lady that is working in that office where she gets her pension from, she offers to offer her a ride as she goes to look for vehicle to take her home. Also, Andrew Holness has mentioned about inflation. He is saying that inflation is eating up is cutting the value of the pension, because the pensioners are getting the same amount year in, year out, or in different months, and he is offering to also assist the elderly who were not employed by giving them something like grant to for their social support. There are some countries like where I'm from, Kenya, where this is affected, where the people, the elderly, and people who are not able in one way or the other, they get some monthly assistance for the upkeep. Also, it's good that Andrew Holness has offered to repair a house that was destroyed during the recent hurricane. One thing that I don't like is about the tenants. So, I think he has mentioned something about he has some rental center that some of the tenants are not treating her well. You know, we should treat our elderly with respect, with the utmost respect, because that's one way of getting blessings. Such people have a lot of blessings. Like the guy who offered to pay for her fare. That kind of guy is blessed wherever they are. And above all, you have learned that it is good to be grateful. The lady, she's very grateful, and she's grateful for almost everything, and her spirit is really high. When her house is going to be completed, the construction of her house is going to be repaired by Andrew Holness, is going to be more than good. Also, Jamaica population is turning out to be having a lot of the elderly with fewer birth rates. So I've specially compiled a problem about this situation. Just stick around and look at these videos.
Clothes and shoes fit me and your style, baby, not fit me.
The girl them supposed to Cocomelon free. Baby is not an achievement.
Ladies and gentlemen, a problem is looming in Jamaica. The birth rate of Jamaica has been steadily declining over and over. And this poses a big threat to not only the economy, but Jamaica at large. It was a risk of Jamaica disappearing. There's a trouble in Jamaica. In the past years, around the 70s, there was a policy that Jamaica was developing with the catchphrase of two is better than many. But at this point in time, the fertility rate and the birth rate of Jamaica has gone below the required level. As we speak, the fertility rate of Jamaica is 1.9. It means it has gone below the replacement level. The replacement level is 2.1. It means that for Jamaicans to retain its population for a period of time, then each and every family should be having at least 2 children and above. 2 and above. But at the moment, it falls at 1.9.
Folks, for the past few years, the birth rate in Jamaica has been on the decline. Dr. Cleon Kelly, who is a consultant obstetrician and gynecologist at the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, is with us.
This interview was aired by Jamaica TV concerning the problem of declining birth rates and fertility rate in Jamaica.
Birth rate overall means what?
All right, so birth rate / fertility rate, both of them are a little different. The fertility rate speaks to the number of babies being born per thousand women who are of reproductive age, which is usually between 15 and 44. While the birth rate now just speaks to the number of babies being born per thousand population. So they're similar in its effect, but they're different because of the statistics. Or fertility rate is a little below 2 now. So, we're expecting, so the threshold is 2 or 2.1. So you want at least 2 babies being born per woman.
These are some of the implications or effects of a decline in birth rate and fertility rate.
So it has significant implication on a socio-economic standpoint. So, of course, we know that our population is now becoming an aging one. So, people are living longer. It's a population that is increasing significantly, so above 65. The population or the age group that will drive the economy, that will, do the work, invention, make, produce, that will cause a country to improve economically, is on the decline, and that where the main issue is. So it will affect the country's economical drive.
The doctor was asked a very important questions about graduates being churned out year in, year out, and yet they can't get a place to stay, and also the germs, all these problems, and here he is still telling people that they should give birth to a lot of children.
I mean, that's a good point. A friend of mine will actually say to me that, nobody don't have kids because it's too hard. It's hardship. But so that's one of the reasons why people will not want to have kids. Also, people are now trying to self-actualize. People are delaying fertility. And this also is a problem because, when we have done all our studies and all our achievements, then at that point it might be a little too old or a little too late, and then that's another problem. So infertility is also another problem with fertility.
Dr. Cleon was asked on the advantages or the positives of having more kids, and this is what he had to say.
The plus in having more kids, so as you can see, a lot of our sector, we have to be importing people who are skilled or skilled workers. You see it largely in the medical field, or nurses or short-term nursing. I mean, a lot of this has to do with migration as well, but these are important things that we're going to have to struggle with, finding people who are skilled to do work.
So it's about building the nation.
It's about building the nation with our people. Right. And that's a big problem for any society. Older people, older women, older men tend to develop non-communicable illness, so your hypertension, your diabetes, and the complications associated with these. When a woman gets pregnant, or entire physiology, entire makeup, our cardiovascular system goes under significant strain. And if there is complication, for example, heart disease from before, the pregnancy is gonna challenge that, and these women are at significant risk to die. We call it maternal mortality, a significant risk to die during pregnancy. And so we try to advise, or we try to counsel our women about that, because that's a problem. I mean, the flip side to that, we really don't want our very young or teenagers getting pregnant. And so, contraceptive advice is still very important. Yeah. But it's counseling.
Yeah. Go ahead.
After 35, a woman's ability to get pregnant, or we call it ovarian reserve, declines significantly.
Why?
Because the ovaries just die, the eggs just die. I mean, it's just a normal process.
Okay.
Right? So right, so the eggs die. And so when you hit to 44, you getting pregnant is very, very low, or beyond 44 is very low. I mean, we know we have the 1 or 2 persons who will get pregnant, and I mean use special treatment to get pregnant. But after 35, it reduces, and 44, it's significantly so. You have less people getting pregnant at that age, and so we're limited to that.
I looked at a news article by the Gleaner that was published in September 2024 on 19th, and it speaks more about this. It says that Jamaica is in a crisis because of the total fertility rate, the TFR, has gone below the replacement rate, because there are people who are dying, there are people who are infertile, and there are some who are immigrating to other countries for search of greener pastures, or maybe just for other things. This makes the population to go below. And Jamaica is a country with a high population being in the diaspora.
Reality is, if you look at lower birth rates and more migration and more premature mortality, then what you have is the great potential, which is now manifesting itself, of a decline in your population.
With around 3 million, majority of the citizens are living in the diaspora. The news article is saying that current trend has grave implications, as well as dire implications for the country, economy, the policies of Jamaica in the medical field and the academic fields. So with a population of 3 million, the fertility rate standing at 1.9 is below the internationally accepted level of 2.1, which requires, Jamaica is required to maintain the replacement level. That is to keep on replenishing the population, that the ones that are migrating and the ones that are dying. A fertility rate of 2.3 is necessary for developing countries. This comes against the backdrop of Jamaica being among 22 of 26 countries in the Caribbean region that are below the replacement level. So you can see Jamaica is among 26 Caribbean countries that are below the replacement levels. If this keep on continuing, it's dire, because some people, maybe the Chinese or people from Africa, can end up flooding Jamaica, and this means that the Jamaicans will be wiped off the island. You know, there are some people who are complaining about the Chinese, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they can take over because of just such kind of a policy. They might not come in like a million of them or 500,000 of them. They might just come slowly by slowly because of this glitch. A former permanent secretary known as Reginald Buthan, quoting his words, says that we have a problem. We don't have a problem in 20 years, 10 years, or 30 years. We have a problem now. He is cautioning that the problem is currently being faced. He is saying that Jamaica recorded 52,000 live births in 2023, and at the same time, 21,000 migrations. So if 52,000 births were recorded and then 21,000 migrate, and approximately 20,000 deaths, that is in 2023. He noted that this should be of concern because it is the most valuable part of the Jamaica's gross domestic product, who live to supply labor for most of the developed countries with significant low birth rates. A stable population is required for one of the reasons is for providing labor force, because if the replacement level, if the fertility rate is below the replacement level, the births, the people required to support the economy are getting older, and the older generation most of them are tend to depend to be supported because they don't have that energy. Diseases come in, so it is critical. A population balance should be have. You know, a country like Spain and Japan, in the year around 2050, between 2050 to 2100, almost half of the population will be been wiped off because of such kind of problems. For Jamaica to be sustainable and viable and to maintain or achieve a high level of per capita income and standard of living, a high birth rate must be maintained. And this birth rate should be maintained because, and at the same time, when they encourage people to have like two children per family, it does not mean that people now start to exceed that number, because if they also exceed, it's also a problem. It's just a matter of maintaining it, because in the past they were discouraging people from having a lot of children, but at the moment they are encouraging them to have two or more according to the ability of different people.
We still have to be mindful when we're advocating, right? Because we really don't want an explosion, right? And we really don't want everybody to go and start having unprotected intercourse. So it's a holistic discussion around getting pregnant. But certainly, we'd want our healthy women to have at least 2 kids. And I mean, that would be good. You know, we're not telling them to go and have 5, 6. Of course, some women would probably want to have that, and then you don't want to limit them in that light. Right. But certainly more than one.
So that tells you a lot. What remains will never be able to be to achieve Vision 2030. It will be a dream, and we will move from 2040 to 2050. That is a statement from Bhutan. Some of the challenges identified surrounded a lack of public education on the issue of fertility, with experts believe should begin in schools, ensuring that boys are not neglected when discussing reproductive health. Yeah, at the moment, the boy child has been neglected in most of the affirmative actions have been going or basing towards the girl child, and with such a kind of an important topics, the boy child should be included. Also, lack of accessible care in health regions across Jamaica was also noted, as well as the need to reduce the cost for infertility treatments amid the lack of funding via insurance companies. The need for better working employment and childcare policies also formed part of the discussion, as well as prevention of infertility. An important point that they mentioned is that countries that are falling below the replacement fertility level normally continue on a downward trajectory. For example, South Korea. For Jamaica to stabilize its population over a long period, policy intervention is required now to reduce infertility. So, guys, these are just some of the points that I've noted from the Gleaner, and you guys need to take heed and protect Jamaica, because if this is not taken care of, other people will come in and infiltrate Jamaica, and in years to come, Jamaica will not be mostly of its natives. Africans will come over there, the Chinese, the Indians, etc., and they will infiltrate the country. Also, for achievement of some of this vision, etc., this one should be taken care of. So cheers, guys. This has been the video for today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do me a favor by subscribing, liking this video, and also remember to leave your sweet comments. See you on my next video. God's blessings.